Hello students, it's Sukhchain Sir here. Today I'm going to explain about the topic exponent and powers for class 8. Before going into the topic, I just want to ask you one question. Suppose if I given you a number 5 to multiply with itself, then maybe you can easily write it 5 into 5. If I told you to multiply the same number 3 times with itself, even then you can easily write it 5 into 5 into 5. Even 4 times it's easy to write 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. But if I'm going to increase the sequence up to 20, if I told you to multiply 5 with itself 20 times, then you have to think about it, how we write 5 20 times. So in this topic, we are going to introduce our typical rule by which we can write this very simply, like 5 raised to the power 20. How we read it? 5 raised to the power 20. Here this 5 is known as base and this 20 is known as exponent. Up to here you have done in class 7th also, but there is something new in this topic, that in class 7th this power is positive always. This power positive always, like 5 power 2, 5 power 3, 5 power 4, that may be natural number. So generally we will notate it by a power n, but this n can be any number or this n can be any number. Up to class 7th our n is positive always, but in this class this n can be a negative number, it can be positive as earlier we have discussed, it can be 0 or it can be any fraction number. It can be any fraction. So now I am going to tell you about the properties of this. So first we are going to discuss about the first property. Property 1, if a power m into a power n, then we'll simply write it a power m plus n. So I'll explain you with an example. Suppose we have a same base like 5 power 3 into 5 power 2. So according to the property, what will be the answer? 5, 3 plus 2. It means we can simply write it 5 power 5. According to property this. Now we try to verify this. 5 power 3 means 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. This is 5 power 3. This is 5 power 2. So how can we write it? 5 power 5. The first property verified. Second property, if we want to divide those exponents, suppose a power m divided by a power n, then we can simply write it a power m minus n. Again, we'll verify this with an example. Same example, 5 power 3 divided by 5 power 2. With the help of a property, we can easily write it 3 minus 2. Then its answer is 5 power 1, mean to say simply 5. Now if we want to verify this, 5 power 3 divide mean to say like this way, 5 power 2, then we simply write it 5 into 5 into 5 divided by 5 into 5. 2 5 we can cut and answer is 5. So second property verified also. Property third, if a power m whole power n, then we simply write it a power m into n. Now we are going to verify this also with an example. Suppose we have 5 power 3 whole power 2. So how can we write it? With the help of property, its answer is 5 power 6. Now we are going to verify this. So how can we write it? 5 power 3 into 5 power 3. We're just simply scaling this 5 power 3. 5 power 3 to 5 power 3 into 5 power 3. As earlier we have explained this property, 5, 3 plus 3. So its answer is 5 power 6 also. It's a very important property. So property 4, a power m into b power m equals to a into b whole power m. So this same property we have done as a property 1, but there is a difference, a power m into a power n. So there is a difference between these two properties. In this property, powers are different but bases are same. In property 4, bases are different but powers are same. This property can be written as a power m plus n, But if powers are same, then we will multiply the bases with the same power. So you will have to keep in mind, don't be confused with these two properties, right? So we just verify this property 4 by taking one example. Suppose we are having a number, same number as we are taking earlier, 5 power 4 into 3 power 4, right? Here bases are different, like a and b, two different numbers, and powers are same, 4 and 4. So simply we can write it like this way, 5 into 3, that is 15 power 4, right? You can simply write it this way. So we can verify this also, 5 into 5 into 5 into 5, or again into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, 4 times, right? So we can simply multiply this 5 with this 3, then it can be 15. By doing same way, 15 into 15 into 15 into 15, we can simply write it 15 power 4, same as we written with the property. So this is a very important property. Fifth, a power m divided by b power m equals to a divided by b whole power m. This property is very much similar to the property number 4. If bases are different, powers are same, and divide is where, then you will simply divide a by b whole power m. I think nothing to explain here, very similar to the property number 4. This is the property 6. A power n, you are very much familiar with it. If n is equals to 0, it means a power 0 equals to 1 always. Any number power 0 equals to 1 always. The same property I think you have done in 7th class also. So now we are doing the explanation of this. Suppose we are having a power m upon a power m. We can simply write it 1 because am cancel with am equals to 1. So what is the meaning of a power m divided by a power m? It means a power m minus m equals to 1, there it is. So here we can write it a power 0 equals to 1. Now I think you have understand it, why a power 0 of any number equals to 1. Right, this is the second part of the same property. If n is a negative number, then it is very important. This is something new you are doing here. Suppose we are having any positive or negative number with the power negative n, right, minus n. So we can simply write it, if plus means multiplying the same number, then minus means dividing the same number. You can simply learn it by same way. It meaning a power 1 upon a power n. It means by negative power we'll simply divide a power n, right? One example of this, if suppose we are writing 5 power minus 3, we can simply write it 1 upon 5 power 3. 5 power 3, that is 125. It means 1 upon 125. Negative power divided by 1.